is Amelia Millie Ramos Contreras. She has dedicated her life to children and ensuring that they're educated. After volunteering for 25 years at her children's schools, leading the PTA and substitute teaching, Millie began working at Eisenhower High School, where she served as an interpreter for Spanish-speaking parents and students. During her tenure at Eisenhower High School, she began to work with LULAC to help provide tens of thousands of dollars in scholarships for graduating seniors, and was recognized for her work by being inducted to the LULAC Ladies Hall of Fame in 2017. Millie continues to give by utilizing her seamstress talents. Mira nomás. She created She created and sold masks to raise $3,500 in scholarship funds to provide Chromebooks and supplies for students whose families were impacted by COVID-19. Thank you, Millie. We're going to get everybody up and then I'll do individual pictures. Okay, next, no, you stay right there. No te mueves, quédate ahí. How many times did our parents say, hey, where go, venga, siéntese. Okay, niña, ahí te paras. All right. Little boy, little girl, you sit right there. Okay, young lady, you stay right there. All right, our next honoree is Johnny Morales. The LaPorte community. He serves the LaPorte community as the Assistant Emergency Management Coordinator. Let me just say, that job, it's a phenomenal job, but you never get good news, right? Because when he's working, it's always something bad happening. So give him an extra round of applause. He consistently goes above and beyond, assisting in the preparation and response to man-made and natural disasters. He graduated from LaPorte High School before earning a bachelor's in public relations from Texas Tech University and a master's degree in Homeland Security from Angelo State University. Johnny always puts the residents of LaPorte at the top of his priority list, whether that's delivering meals to residents, working points of distribution for meals, masks, or vaccines, helping residents locate COVID-19 resources, talking with concerned citizens, or finding solutions to their problems. He also serves as a volunteer bombero, volunteer firefighter, and has served on the Economic Development Committee. Thank you, Johnny. Did he do his... No. Johnny, come on, man. Don't let us down here. All right. Our next honoree, Ruby Rivera. A native Houstonian, and upon earning her degree from the University of Texas, go Longhorns, because my money and my baby went to UT. Became the first person in her family to graduate from college. Ruby took her passion for increasing first-generation student enrollment at colleges and universities across the United States. No, hey, thank you. You did like that, okay? All right, man, cabezones, they don't listen. She took her passion across the United States and dedicated her career to creating college access, creating programs for students and families across Houston. In addition to pushing her students to reach their full potential, and that's something we all need to do. Give her another round of applause. While she pushes her students to reach their full potential and to break barriers academically, she also created the Texas Salsa Congress. A ver. We're going to have lessons to work the food off later.
I want to see you.
Yeah. I used to have better salsa moves until I fell off my bike a few times. She created the Texas Salsa Congress, which is the longest running salsa congress in the United States, that is fully produced and owned by a woman. Through the Texas Salsa Congress, through the Texas Salsa Congress, Ruby has established partnerships and hosted free public events to bring salsa and the arts to students and families across Harris County. Thank you, Ruby. So as you eat the salsa on the table, think about Ruby. Our next honoree is Dr. Michelle Tovar. She is bringing light to issues around social justice and promoting multicultural cooperation. No, come on. Somebody please help me. Okay, all right. We're better. Dr. Michelle Tovar is bringing light to issues around social justice and promoting multicultural cooperation in Harris County, a beautiful thing. Dr. Tovar maintains a genuine and profound commitment to diversity, equity, accessibility, and inclusion. Let's give her a round of applause. And she proactively ensures that the museum is a thought leader in social justice, human rights, genocide, and Holocaust education. That is phenomenal. Thank you for that. As a director of public engagement at the Holocaust Museum, Houston, Dr. Tovar has expanded the museum's engagement with new audiences. Last year, she was awarded the American Alliance of Museums EdCom Award for Excellence in Practice for her work at the Holocaust Museum, Houston. She is proud to represent Latinas in museum education, a space that rarely includes women of color. She is a proud board member of the Houston Coalition Against Hate, where their mission is to establish a community-wide plan to reduce incidents of hate crime. We thank Dr. Tovar. Thank her. Come on. This work, and let me just very quickly say that I have visited the Holocaust Museum often. If we have not yet invited our seniors to go to the Holocaust Museum as one of our trips, Mr. Jimenez, we need to schedule that. It is a powerful, powerful experience. I've been to Israel, where I saw the children's memorial, and it brings tears to your eyes to recognize that millions of children were assassinated during the Holocaust. It's painful enough to know that adults lost their lives, but it's just, I can never grasp my mind around how children could have been taken from us in such a horrific and horrible manner. But the lessons of the Holocaust stay with us, and we must continue to lean on those experiences. And that's why I appreciate your work against hate, your work for inclusion, because if those two principles had been alive back then, maybe we could have avoided the experience of the Holocaust overall. I'm proud because that also brings to light things that Councilmember Gallegos and I have talked about, working with Commissioner Rodney Ellis on a memorial to recognize the victims of lynching, both Latinos and African Americans who were lynched back in a part of our darker history. And so these are all things that happen. We can't forget, because we cannot allow us to forget, because if we do, they have a chance of repeating themselves. So once again, for Dr. Tovar. And these are not the only people that we have recognized thus far. Several have been brought before Commissioner's Court, where we have recognized them with resolutions. And then, as an example, last week we recognized Stella Mireles Walters, who is the founder and leader of Safe Walk Home. Is Stella here with us today? Oh, there she is. I'm gonna admit, this is how you do it. This is how you do it. Come on up, please. Miss Pageant. Miss Pageant right there. And so, if you will, and then we recognize Margie Peña yesterday. Margie, please, please. Margie. I see. We also recognize Ronald Castro. Ronald, are you here with us? Come on up. All right, good. All right, come on, brother. Start your stuff. And then we also recognize Luz Lopez. Luz, are you with us today? Please. And then Pasadena Council Member Ornaldo Ibarra. Are you with us, Council Member? Give him a round of applause anyway. He's working hard. So I want to thank, let's give them all a nice round of applause. Échale un grito. And so I just want to close this event or this presentation, recognizing that my entire staff has worked hard to bring this event together. It's so good to have everyone, we're in person, we're trying to do more, we're trying to open up our centers again, we're getting our buses rolling, so things are moving forward. But I want to thank in particular Carla Valenzuela. Where are you, Carla? Where are you? Come on, no. Susana Castillo. Where are you, Susana? We call her bouncy. There's a story behind that, but good to see you, Susana. Neighborhood Centers team, Neighborhood Services team, Neighborhood Service. Come on, guys, wave. All right. Our proclamations team. Proclamations. Come on, Echam Rico. And communications. Give it up for all of our communication staff. Again, thank you. All the blessings. I see another one of our Harris County Department of Education trustees, Richard Cantu, making sure. Come on, Richard. Has any other elected official come in that we may have missed? Any other elected officials that have come in that we did not get to recognize? Let's make sure to recognize them all. All right. Okay, very good. So again, thank you. It's a pleasure and a joy to be with everybody in person. But remember, please help me do a few things. Number one, talk to people about the vaccine. If you have already gotten yours, thank you. Now I need you to be an ambassador for the vaccine. Let people know that you've gotten it. You don't glow at night. Nothing has grown that wasn't already there. You still have your hair, if you had hair. You look much more beautiful than you did before. Let people know that the vaccine is safe. Because amongst Latinos and African Americans, we still need to vaccine so many more people. So that I don't want to hear of any more friends or community leaders who have been taken from us because of the COVID. So please encourage all to do that. Then secondly, I want you, if anyone knows of a baby that you want to get pre-K education, please visit with Dr. Damez. We want to make sure to open up the doors of the world to our babies. It's free, it is top-notch education, They'll learn about science, technology, engineering, and math, and that is where they can go to get that. So with that, thank you so much. God bless everybody. Hector Martinez, where are you, Hector? Where are you? There he is. All right. Channel View ISD trustee. And a phenomenal advocate for youth sports. So thank you for your work over at the Channel View Little League. And then Eva, did we recognize you as well? Eva Loredo, HCC trustee. Eva, this is not a campaign, but I just want to remind people that there are people who are on the ballot. And so I want to make sure that you remember that Adriana is running for re-election. Eva is running for re-election. We have Aldine ISD. Connie is running for re-election. Did I miss anybody? Who? Holly. Holly is running for re-election. So keep these folks in mind because they're working hard for our babies and our families and our community. Keep them in mind. Thank you.
Another round of applause for our honorees and Commissioner Garcia, please, while I take the pictures. While they're taking the pictures, I'd like to take this moment to make sure to recognize the team that made this event happen. If I can ask all the individuals are part of the actual team that made this happen. Starting with Miriam Espita, who led the cause with all the decorations and the logistics. We also had Taylor Brooks, who is our center manager. In the back, Taylor, Taylor, get to know her. Thank you so much for your hospitality. Mario and Zaldua for running around getting some of the food. And also, of course, our Grants and Nonprofits team, Tammy, and everyone else here. Thank you for all your hard work. They're on this side of the table. They pay all the bills. But above that, I'm going to ask all of you right now, if you have an empty seat at your table, please raise your hand so we can welcome those sitting in the back to join us as part of our celebration. Well, let's bring them to our table. If you have an empty seat at your table, call them to you so they can come and join the festivities with you. Please, stop sitting in the back. You're part of the festivities too. So come join at one of the tables. There's 5 in the back. And to close out the show,
congratulations.
I hope you have your dancing shoes on because our special guest is DJ Mikey Mike, who is going to be playing some of the best songs so we can get up and dance.